You can see the shape of the roof starting. And wherever there's a rebar, vertical rebar, those holes get filled. And then yeah, well, obviously these are columns right here. So this is the main, I mean the main structure of the building is really this. The columns and the bond beam and the columns. He's carrying up the mix to fill in the holes where there's a rebar, and then he uses another rebar to pack it in there. We got the truss up. In Spanish it's called Viga Americana, American V. Not sure why, but it's looking pretty good. It's made out of 4x4 galvanized steel, 1.5 millimeters thickness. So it gets welded into the structure of the column there on the corner, and then it's about a 20-foot span. And then here are the columns. We used 4x6s. Looks a little more stout than a 4x4, and it matches up nice with the truss. The typical kind of detail. All gets welded in, and then this gets poured, around it, and kind of finish it up nice. Another column in the corner. So there'll be the roof. Roof comes here and up to there. They haven't done this one yet, obviously. So they'll also have to do block up here too. It's Friday, so next week. And then the roof structure is going to be these same 4x6s, 2.38 millimeters thick, black steel. So those get cleaned, degreased, and painted with a primer, and then the finish paint. And those will sit on top of the beam, and then they'll continue out. There'll be a change in the angle of the roof. So the roof will come down here like that, and then we'll change the angle to a flatter roof out here. Should look good. And there'll be a railing here. Not sure if we're going to put any posts to support the overhang or not. It may not be necessary because of the thickness of the steel and the size of it, but we'll see. So yeah, they got the breaker box in, all the tubes tied in. I can't see much, but all the tubes are tied in here. This one came with the main shut off 100 amp breaker. And yeah, you can see from the back side. So this will be for a 110 for a washing machine. That's a 220 for a dryer. The drain for the washing machine. And then that's the vent for the dryer. And then there's a couple outlets. This might be like a dry room back here, like a private dry room, and put a dehumidifier in there. That's what we're thinking. And yeah, there's everything you need for the air conditioner. Electrical. There's a hole to bring the copper tubing through, and then there's a drain too. And this is where the shower is. So you'll have a nice corner window here. Looking out at, be like a garden here. It's pretty private here. You really can't see any houses or anybody else. You can see cars coming down way up there, but it's pretty far away and there's a lot of coverage, so it's gonna be private. So he's putting the block up on the extended walls above the beam. In Spanish it's called tapichel, at least in Costa Rica. I don't know what it's called in English actually. But this is the mix for the block. It's just sand and cement. The mix that fills the block inside is sand, stone, and cement. So that's where we're at. Should be pretty much done with the block next week and putting on the roof. They seem to think that by the end of next week we'll be needing the actual roofing itself. So that would be it'd be nice to get the roof on and then start in on all the skim coating. Those would be what will be the rafters for the house. 4x6.